still be able to get all the stuff from inside a storm, right?
Yeah, they gotta fly a long ways if they're going
man.
out to Barrel. I've always thought about it would be really cool to go join them because they every now and again will take a media personnel up with them. They've had Ginger Z before, the ABC meteorologist, but that is one bumpy ride.
That's what I hear.
Oh, that's the
I'll
one
let
thing.
you do it.
Yeah, I would be screaming the entire time and need a nice little paper bag with me. So here is a look at things across the state of Texas right now. Lots of heat advisories, even a excessive heat warning right in the middle of that. That's this pinkish purple color. For us, we did have a heat advisory today, but that did expire at the top of the hour at 6 o'clock, though it is still quite warm and humid outside. 91 in Corpus Christi, 89 right on the coast in Port Aransas. Here's what it's going to look like for the rest of the evening. We see some low-level clouds filter back in as we get a little bit of moisture coming into the coastal bend. Temperatures in the morning bottoming out in the lower 80s to maybe even some upper 70s, but still a very warm and humid overnight with a gentle breeze. Heading into tomorrow, we're going to see a little bit of activity over to our west. I'm not too sure about rain chances right on the coast, maybe a stray sprinkle, but an isolated shower chance looks pretty possible heading into our western communities. Otherwise, another very hot afternoon here to end the month of June. 95 for that high temperature in Corpus Christi, with most of that stuff clearing up heading into tomorrow evening. What we are going to see here in Corpus Christi tomorrow is our first Saharan dust plume of the season. That filters in heading into tomorrow afternoon and evening, is going to stick with us through the next couple of days. So if you are kind of sensitive to lower air quality, you may have some allergy-like symptoms. Another thing is that it dries out our air, so maybe we get some lower heat indices. But the nice thing with Saharan dust, other than it being annoying, we get some really vibrant and pretty sunrises and sunsets. That again is going to stick with us through most of this week and kind of phase out as we head into the rest of the the second half of the week, maybe even some more on the way once we get later into this coming week. And that would be from the stuff out here currently in the Atlantic. The tropical overview, it is busy and full. A lot of folks saying that it looks more like August than July. That's because of all the systems coming right through this development region of the Atlantic. So I'm going to go one by one here. We're going to start with Invest 94L in the Mexico area, Bay of Campeche and Yucatan Peninsula. This has a medium chance of development, 50%. We're not really expecting many impacts from this here in the coastal bend other than an increased rip current risk, though it is expected to make landfall, if you will, somewhere near where Alberto did make landfall as well. Over to Hurricane Beryl, 75-mile-per-hour winds, so just at Category 1 strength, and then hot on Beryl's heels is another area of interest with a high chance of development coming off the coast of Africa. This one is not an invest just yet, but we could see that change heading into the next couple of days, if not next couple of hours. So here's how this all plays out on Futurecast. Big high pressure over the southern and southeastern United States. Here's Invest 94L. That makes its way over to the Tampico area. Again, not really expecting much out of this for us here in the coastal bend, thankfully, other than that high rip current risk and maybe a little bit of tropical moisture, but it's going to be conflicting with that Saharan dust drying the air out. Now, this high pressure is going to be a key player heading into later this coming week as Hurricane Beryl makes its way into the Caribbean south of Haiti and the Dominican Republic. So this high pressure is going to be, again, a key player, not only where it is, but also the strength of it, also the strength of Beryl itself. So same viewpoint here, though I did back this up a couple of days so we can look back out and see where Beryl is expected to go with these spaghetti plots. So once it gets to early next week, we're still pretty congruent or agreeing with all of these models, but once it heads a little bit further to about midweek next week, that's when we're starting to hopefully answer some of these questions. So if it's a weaker storm, it may be influenced a little bit more by lower level winds dragging it further west. But if it's a stronger storm, which it is expected to be a Category 3 around this point, it could potentially want to veer upwards and go around this high pressure out in the Atlantic. So all of that is hopefully going to be resolved here over the next few days. It's just going to require some patience. So here's a look again at that forecast cone, expected to be the first major hurricane of the season heading into early this coming week. 95 tomorrow, not expecting too much in terms of rain other than an isolated shower tomorrow. And temperatures for the rest of this week, we are going to continue to increase them into the upper 90s. So the 4th of July, definitely looking pretty hot. Brian?